Whiplash.
Some dope beats in that intro.
Yeah, it's like Trans-Siberian Orchestra, except for the dark side. The dark side. But we're back for another political cadence for June 27, 2026. And as we were getting ready for this one, Lisa was like, I don't know if we can find 8 fuck-ups. I don't notice all the fuck-ups. And I'm saying, please. No. There were just two. It's too normalized. It's just all the fuck ups. They don't register on the Richter scale anymore. That's all. But if
I just felt like there were so many options,
you can find them
for the last podcast that this one felt a bit of a dearth.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I think we had so many last time.
That is true. There is a smorgasbord of fuck ups every single fortnight. So we're not running out of shows.
It's to the point now that you don't even have to watch Comedy Central. Just watch our government at work, and the material writes itself.
Right. I know somebody at work. We have had a discussion, and he's like, he's not full-blown MAGA, but he's conservative. And several months ago, we had a kind of a tense discussion about it. And he was like, if he says he's not going to leave office, then I'll be right there with you, right there behind you. And the other day, we went to lunch, and we started talking about idiocracy. And just as an aside, he said, well, we're kind of living idiocracy right now. So he's starting to thaw out,
Good.
But
thank goodness.
He's by no means the most MAGA of the people in my office. But we have Will from California.
With us tonight is Will, or
Starfleet
Will,
Admiral,
and of course, Aaron.
Aaron from
and I mean, Will isn't on our regular crew from but he is absolutely a political cadence mentor.
Well, we're constantly trying to prod him to come on because we think he'd have a good time discussing things that don't make give you migraines. But we're still working on that. But we're happy to have him for this.
Yeah, I mean, I would
be here
for you to propose
do an ELO album,
Star Trek episode for Rerun Forensics.
Oh yeah,
or Star Trek.
We'll get on it.
Yeah, I just said Star Trek.
I said, I said right before that we can do an ELO album, and then you said that, and I said, or Star Trek.
Right. Yeah,
but, I mean, is my flagship. It's no longer a Prometheus class.
Right.
She's now a Hestia class, which is the Prometheus 2.0.
Ah, okay. So
she's been newly commissioned.
Awesome.
Welcome back to Political Cadence on the Anti-Social Network.
So we'll have our people call you about that. But in the meantime, why don't we go ahead right from the top?
Our people. You are our people.
Not supposed to. We got a whole network of people to make this happen, including Rob from the Anti-Social Network, Max Payne, and all those people. But let's go ahead and play a promo for Y2 Cash. Our friends at Y2 Cash. I've been on that program. Plan to go back, and we're going to have them on too. But here we go.
Check out Y2K-ish, where we drag the 90s out of the attic and roast the hell out of it. The best music, the worst fashion, and all the dumb shit we thought was cool. You butt munch. Nothing's safe, nothing's sacred. Thursdays at 9 p.m. Subscribe to not miss a thing.
Yeah, butt munch.
Jay and Sarah.
I wish they covered the 80s because they could do an entire episode on the bangs
Yeah.
that they had between like 1980 and 1987.
Well, I'm like very impressed with Sarah's social media skills, and I would like to tap into that to see if she,
So
if
what
they
you're
could help
saying
us.
is you want to tap that?
Maybe. You never know. But yeah, we want to tap that. But in the meantime, we want to tap those skill sets in order to try to boost our ratings into the stratosphere and help the antisocial network. But enough with the positive. Let's get to the negative.
Okay, Snidely, it's looking good.
That's right. Aaron's got his mustache wax. The one thing that I noticed this week that I really wanted to lead with was a new book out by Jonathan, Maggie Haberman, and Jonathan. Is it Ward?
Swan.
No,
Swan.
no, it's Swan.
Oh,
Jonathan.
okay.
Your doctor knew Jonathan Swan. I said Jonathan Swan, and he said, "Oh, the New York Times journalist." He was familiar with his work.
Which
Doctor-
doctor?
Dr. Kamath.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My,
You have a witch doctor?
my kidney doctor.
No, her kidney doctor.
No, he's a renal doctor.
The first one he said was witch doctor.
That's Dr. Bombay.
I said which doctor.
I thought it was Dr. Vinny Boomba.
Mhm.
Dr. Bombay has not aged in 10,000 years, and he comes to our place and he takes our temperature by sticking his finger up our nose. But that's besides the
And
point.
he does treat the cat, which is nice.
Right.
Dr. Bombay, come right away.
But Jonathan Swan and Maggie Haberman have written a book called Regime Changed. It's really a eye-opener. Not that anything would surprise you, but some of the things that they've unearthed about the Trump administration are, amusing,
Mhm.
concerning,
Mhm.
terrorizing.
Yeah, it's
Um,
from inside the Situation Room, right? And everything in
Yeah.
the book is verifiable. That they, there's
Right.
a bunch of stuff that they could have put in there that's very, very likely, but they
But
didn't.
not as verifiable.
Yeah.
And members of the administration were concerned enough that they thought maybe there was a mole, maybe there was some sort of breach of protocol that they were
Mole is
actually
Trump.
is what?
The mole is
Yeah,
Trump.
he's the Trump.
Well, Trump is
Just-
okay.
just-
Yeah,
Stay up until.
Yeah, I'm
3
gonna blame
o'clock.
JD.
He's going to tell you everything.
you're right. He probably was the authority on this whole book. He probably told them everything. He probably gave them the tapes and all that shit. Now here, made me look as powerful and nasty and mean as possible, and this right here will do it.
Oh,
But they did one of the most amusing things I've seen. I haven't seen the book. I wanted to read the book, and I'd love to discuss the book in detail here, maybe in an upcoming
came out.
episode. But one of the things that Jonathan Swan mentioned was that President Trump took out a binder or something like that and started reading off all of the historic figures that he was either equally powerful to or more powerful than. And it read like some of the most sinister, terrible sons of bitches you've ever seen in your life, not to put on an NBA uniform
Alexander the Great.
or NFL.
Now.
Yeah.
The absolute deplorables.
Yeah. And he was absolutely beside himself with pride about it. So that kind of tells you where he's coming from, I guess, with his idea of power. That almost to a man, none of these historic figures met a very good end to their power.
Napoleon was another.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's beside the point. I guess in his mind, he might be the first to persevere or something.
And of course, I'm
No, he had-
not certain
he
that
had-
every single one of them was male.
Yeah.
He had Natalie bring him the binder.
Natalie Harp.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
Oh,
brought him,
that's where the harp came.
Natalie, bring me the binder.
Right.
Mao.
Right. So she's discussed in the book as well, this Natalie Harp. She's not been particular. I'm sure that if you watch on a daily basis, you're familiar with her. You're probably seen her on the golf course with Trump, or you've seen her around. Personally, I had no idea that she even existed, but apparently she and Trump have a very close relationship that people are speculating may veer off into a romantic relationship.
Yeah, romantic.
She seems almost obsessed with the president. Leaves him notes.
Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, he's screwed around on every wife he's been with, so why not screw around on Melania?
Yeah, and I don't think she cares.
He did.
yeah,
Story.
Well. Mhm.
yeah. As much as sexual assault and, we don't want to get into legal trouble, but that type of aggressive behavior can be seen as having an affair. Yes, he's definitely betrayed their marriage for sure.
Well, isn't it funny though how everyone keeps referring to Stormy Daniels as porn star, but no one refers to Donald Trump as rapist?
I do.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's because, was it Anderson Cooper? Who was it that they got sued because no, it was George Stephanopoulos.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. ABC
dared
News
suggests that he had been convicted for, I don't even know if he used the word, but he did call it sexual assault, I think. And then CBS stupidly settled out of court for like $11 million, I think it was, which is a pittance compared to some of the numbers we're hearing about now that he's a billionaire. But
ABC,
okay.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and then did you have you got anything about the fact that he has written that he has written those? Oh damn it! What are they called?
found liable for rape is what he said.
Right. Okay. Well, and he was
In civil court, right?
They shouldn't have settled. Period. But no, I'm talking about where he's
While a New York jury did
about
find Trump liable for sexual abuse and defamation in the case, they explicitly found him not liable for rape under the legal definition of the charge.
And he will sue you in a hot minute for any goddamn thing.
That's what got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know those things he writes on his desk every day. Make
Natalie
you
writes
think,
those.
huh?
Natalie writes those.
Beside the point, he signs them. Those things he signs at his desk every day on the news.
Talking about executive orders?
Yes, executive orders. He has created executive orders for prosecution of specific law firms.
He had one last week that it was for quantum something or other, or quantum cryptography. He said, I don't even know what this is.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it was all he knew that it was the advancement of tech centers, technology, things that his friends in the tech industry
want
are advancing. But I thought it was humorous. They call Natalie Harp the human printer, because we think of Trump as walking around with his phone all the time and doing truth social posts and being somewhat engaged technically, but it turns out that Miss Harp will print off these things and let him read, I guess maybe in larger print because his eyesight's probably deteriorating, or
that's why photographers can always tell what he's reading. They can take pictures and the font's this big because he won't wear glasses.
Yeah. I mean, that's interesting though. I mean, so if she's doing a lot of his social media, then I mean, that's kind of a major revelation, isn't it? Because that's been a part of his whole MO for the whole both terms,
I think they probably both do some. I think he rage tweets from the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she has access to the bathroom.
Well, she rage tweets from a desk somewhere. We'll pretend she doesn't.
Sure. She's in a desk.
They share an account.
They share a toilet.
They probably do.
She has access to the presidential bathroom and bedroom.
But I mean, okay, they had Monica Lewinsky.
That is spelled Vagina.
Remember Monica Lewinsky and what a scandal that was? And at the time, I thought this is a real dent in national security.
Was Clinton lying about it?
Well, I don't know. He may or may not have been lying about it, but I thought
that's what the impeachment was about.
Right. But
it wasn't about the act, it was about the lie, the cover up.
To me, it wasn't about any of that. To me, it was about the fact that you had a civilian with no security clearance that all of a sudden had access to shit that she had no business having access to.
She was a White House intern. She had whatever clearance she needed for that.
Right.
Well, she didn't have clearance to have a personal audience with the president while he's, revealing sweet nothings while he's she's sucking him off, under his desk.
Maybe she wore noise canceling headphones.
Always, but here we got a situation where we've got this Natalie Harp, who's totally embedded. And what is she? She's an aide or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it just leads credence to the thought that, just like J.D. Vance said the other day, Watergate would have been a 12-hour news cycle, and that would be it. It'd be over. This right here this would be a scandal.
It's ongoing.
If this is like Monica Lewinsky, right? I mean, this is similar. I mean, this would be something that potentially would lead to a impeachment hearing.
No.
Shit like that just rolls off his back because.
If the same thing was going on with Clinton, it would be a problem. Yeah.
So
or any Democrat for that matter.
But as far as lying about
Trump,
it,
it would be a problem.
My thing is, if he's getting his stick waxed on a regular basis by someone,
once grab him by the pussy was accepted, all bets were off.
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. But as I've said before, Hillary's the only one who should be pissed about Monica.
Well, I mean, I agree it's a waste of time.
Isn't Hillary theorized to be like a lesbian, though?
Yeah, so. There was a contract. Yeah. He broke the contract. She shouldn't be mad at Monica. She should be mad at him for contract law.
Why should she be mad?
I mean, if she's mad.
Yeah.
But she shouldn't. I'm never going to be pissed off at the chick he stoops. I'm going to be pissed off at the guy who stooped because he made promises.
But it's the national security that I think is the issue that really. That being said, given this stuff the same serious consideration that you might have 25 years ago is a waste of time, right? But we should continue to point it out. That's the day-to-day type of pushback and fighting that journalists and people in positions of influence should take, like Mr. Swan and Haberman. Like Swan did an interview with President Trump back in 2020 where Trump was trying to feed him a line of bullshit about COVID, talking about how, in comparison to other countries, our death toll is proportionally to the rest of the world down. By percentage, it was down. And then he tried to say, well, that was because, when Swan pushed back and said, well, the pure numbers of deaths are actually the largest in the world. That's when Trump said, well, that's because we test. It was just a back and forth, a bunch of bullshit. But the thing was that Swan did not let him off the hook. Good. And that's kind of the approach.
Like
but that's the opposite of Maggie Haberman, who's kind of looked at as having normalized Trump over the last.
Well, I'm not looking at Haberman to save, to be right in on the white horse. I'm just saying.
They say she hoards the bombshell stories for books.
Really? That's interesting. Okay.
I don't really hate her for that.
Because unlike some, she can see that the end is actually going to come.
A book. Yeah, she sees the end coming and she's going to cash in. I don't totally blame her.
Well,
but I do feel like it's a bit disingenuous to say that we need to really, really point out history when we get kind of annoyed by Trump blaming everything on Biden and Obama, which is hilarious.
Right.
But factual.
Yeah, because just recently I saw a video of an interview with Obama, and he's like, apparently I'm living rent-free in this guy's head as an entire hotel. He said, I got better things to worry about than what my predecessor did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I think we talked about the big MMA fight last time, but we didn't report on what the fighter said at the end of the event, where he just
arbitrarily the night before the MMA fight.
Yeah, you're right, Aaron. It was on a Sunday, wasn't it? So
I just looked at the date and subtracted 14. Yeah.
Yeah. But the fighter did call Michelle Obama for whatever reason. It just came out of nowhere. Just called her. She's a man.
Yeah.
Apparently, President Trump thought that was hilarious. He was in the front row. And there's a lot of support for that theory. And then it was like a day or two later that they had the dedication of the Obama Library. I don't know why they made a big deal out of the fact he had a library. Most presidents, don't they have a library dedication somewhere?
Yeah.
Reagan had one. I mean, it's not unusual, but for whatever reason, the Republican pundits picked on that. They thought it was pretentious and boring, and nobody's going to visit it. And that's not the point.
Trump's library is not going to have books.
No, it's going to. Yeah, right.
Actually, it's going to consist of 2 books. It's going to consist of 2 books: a coloring book and a copy of Jugs.
No, there's going to be 4: Mein Kampf and Art of the Deal.
His library is going to have a big commode in the corner.
Yeah, he has said that he sees it as mostly like a hotels and shops. So it's a fucking mall, his library.
Pretty much.
But they had
and don't forget that replacement jet of Air Force One is also going to be in that library.
Right. They said it was dedicated to the library. I was like, how does that? What? I mean, you're just going to like park a jet inside the walls of the library? I don't know.
They do that.
That's one hell of a mall.
They had the space shuttle at the Reagan Library.
Like Wright-Pat or something. Okay. But
Wright-Patterson.
But they had the dedication, and Michelle Obama and President Obama made very eloquent speeches that she used to talk about taking the high road. Well, she didn't take the high road so much in those speeches. She didn't name the President Trump by name, but much of what she talked about was aimed at the malfeasance of this administration, if you read between the lines. But I thought she did it. She carved him up with class, and that it was this mustache is good, Aaron. We're really enjoying that. Let's get it up to Prince Albert.
I'm just getting in there so I can see it better, so I can twist it properly.
Oh yeah, it's nice and thick. There's no.
Now all you need is that little evil laugh.
You gotta make it smile. See.
Yeah, that'll be just perfect for our baseball show.
It's going to get better as it grows out.
Yeah.
Then I can offer rides.
We got to get you. Okay. We got to get you one of those old-fashioned baseball hats.
Nah.
No.
Like
Okay. Well, we're going to get the baseball or cowboy hats in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is the July.
3 minutes in.
Let's go ahead and talk about it. What the hell? So the 4th of July is coming up, and Cincinnati being the last outpost before the desert, and it's like a big cowboy area. So the Reds are going to, we got ghost towns all over the place, and horses.
Yeah. Practically the wild, wild west.
You're wearing your spurs now, right, Phil? Yeah, right. And my chaps, my assless chaps. You can't see it, but
Hey, where's my ball? Where's my cowboy?
I don't know, but we will.
It's in the kitchen.
If they haven't asked, they're not chaps. So the Reds are for the 4th of July. They're going to break out this. Let me see if I can share my screen here. This heinous red, white, and blue hat with a wishbone C on the front. Yeah.
Oh dear God.
Yeah. Look at that bad boy. That looks like something Macho Man Savage would wear proudly, I guess. But
yes, that is. That would definitely make an appearance at a country music palooza.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dancing hat.
That's a lot of hat.
I would think, if somebody that likes the hat might say
diamonds.
Yeah.
White jeans, blue hat with blue shirt with stars, and then the hat. Or no, blue shirt, star statement necklace.
I'd turn around before I ever got in the bar.
So somebody might say that's agnostic. That's politically. What's wrong with you? You're read politics into everything. That's just
that's politics.
Nice thing.
It is political cadence.
Yeah. Well,
right.
But to me, that's like I've always been a Reds fan. I'm still a Reds fan, but even back when the Reds were great, I always felt like it was the players versus the front office. Front office was doing everything they could to fuck up the players. That's still the way I kind of feel about it. I love Ellie De La Cruz and I love Gino Suarez. I'm still a Reds fan, but this front office is, our it looks like a podunk operation anymore. I think it really looks like Herb Tarlick is running the thing. Phil Castellini and I like Terry Francona. He's a good manager. But then we got guys that have been connected to the team historically. He's gone now, of course. But Tom Brenneman talked about he got a morning show after his fallout from the being excommunicated from announcing basically.
Homophobic hot mic remark.
But when he came back to WLW to do talk radio, the first thing out of his mouth was, "Well, I'm a big Trump guy, so we're going to be talking about that a lot." And it's like,
click.
You said that the hats reminded you of a MAGA hat, Aaron, and it's like I can't get that out of my mind now.
Reds hat?
Yeah.
The
red hat. Yeah.
The cowboy hat.
Remember, it had to be 10 years ago or more. I went to Target looking for a Reds hat that wasn't red. I did find a white one that had like red on the front and Mr. Red on it.
We could have dialed up Pete Rose. He's got all those like gangster Reds hats.
His are weird. It's white on white.
Yeah, but it's.
I like the gray ones with the black. I think those are cool.
You're a big Reds fan, Will. What do you think? Are we off
the cowboy hat
off the rails here? Thinking
that cowboy hat. I mean, my God.
Tone deaf, right?
There's no words to describe my feelings behind it. I mean, it just no. That's the only thing I can say. No.
I
remember I want to say it was 75 when the Reds had the green Reds cap for St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
Okay, that's acceptable. The white with the red C, black with the red C, that is more geared toward the Reds organization and the Reds themselves. But this hat, there's no reason for it.
Yeah. Well, my conspiracy senses started going off because I saw tonight when the Reds were playing the Pirates on the backstop, you could see they have a promotion with a cowboy hat too. And I'm like, well, is baseball behind this? Is baseball forcing these
cowboy hats?
The cowboy hat movement? I mean,
I think it's more the owners than Major League Baseball itself, really. And we all know when it comes to the Reds, the Castellinis have no interest in putting a winning team on the field to begin with. The Reds are just a cash cow to them, and they've proven it. And the thing is, I can guarantee at this point, with the All-Star break coming up, pretty soon the Reds are going to start having a fire sale like they always do. So there's going to be considering that we've got, 6-7 players that are going to be free agents at the end of the season. So it basically for that entire Reds roster, it's going to be a free-for-all. It's going to be a red light special.
Who's the best trade chip the Reds have right now? JJ Bleday.
I'd say Hunter Green.
I think that you guys should definitely invite Will to your next Closers by Committee on Tuesday at 9.
That would be fantastic. If
or
Will
10.
would do that,
Is it
that'd
at
be
9
awesome.
o'clock or 10 o'clock?
It's 9 o'clock.
And something that goes back to what I was saying, guys, real fast, about Terry Francona still having a job. Keep in mind, the Mets just axed their manager.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And the Mets right now are in the exact same position that the Reds are. The only difference is, the only difference is they've got a guy who's supposed to be a starting pitcher with, a 10.49 earned run average. Are you kidding me? Why is this guy still on the roster?
It should be the New York Mets, not the New York Mets. But
that is a perfect segue into what happened with the Mamdani endorsed candidate.
Yes.
I was going continue that. Mendoza was Stearns' guy, so I think Stearns' days are limited too.
Yeah, well, that could be. Usually, the general manager doesn't
Squirrel.
follow much further
Squirrel.
behind the manager.
Squirrel.
Is that what that is?
It's a squirrel nutcracker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks kind of like a pterodactyl, actually.
It kind of does. It's a little iffy, but it's a squirrel and it cracks nuts.
Well, we should talk about these Mamdani endorsed candidates in New York who seem to be winning everything.
Well, we
And
could
I-
talk about Jazz Chisholm, who wasn't wearing a cup.
Really?
Yeah, crack nuts.
They obliterated the Mamdani.
Oh, they obliterated his nuts, too.
Obliterated the old god Dems like the nuts of whoever that guy was.
Jazz
Jazz Chisholm.
It's as if the old guard Dems in New York
Jizz Chasm.
didn't wear a cup because they were obliterated politically.
But so I think when we talk about the Democratic Party right now, we're not talking about ex-Republicans. We're not talking about Jeffries. We're not talking about
the establishment Democrats.
We're not talking about those guys. George Conway went and tried to run for congressional seat in New York, and he's an ex-Republican. He's been hammering at Trump incessantly and everything. He finished 5th. We're talking about
Kellyanne Conway's husband, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
or ex-husband.
The regime is shifting the Democratic Party further left than it might have. I mean, Mamdani is gaining, like he's becoming kind of a titan, a political titan at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And he affected that race tremendously, but I think it's going to have a ripple effect. We're not going to Chuck Schumer. He's gone. It's going to be.
Amen.
We'll send him a strongly worded letter to get the fuck out.
It's going to be an overcorrection, right?
Just feel free to leave.
I think, and so what do you got? Do you think there's a danger? Is there a danger in the opposite? Or if there's an overcorrection, do you feel like there's Trump starting to use the word communism a lot now? Have you noticed that? He's been bringing that up.
Yeah, because of the fact that a lot of people keep confusing communism and socialism, and again, these are two completely different ideologies altogether.
Every time he mentions Mamdani's name, he says communism.
Right.
Yep.
It's not like that.
Even though Mamdani is a progressive socialist.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like that word ever went away. But he's kind of pulling it out of his bag right now, like weaponize it. Yeah.
He weaponizes every damn thing at this point now.
Right.
He's calling him communist every day until he visited him at the White House, and then he was practically blowing him. He's
right.
Pretty much.
Right.
And keep in mind, guys, I was saying a while ago about the progressive movement within the Democratic Party. And now we're starting to see it to come into fruition here. And I think it's a very good move for the Democratic Party because of the fact that you've had so many staunch rank and file establishment Democrats who personally, they overstayed their welcome.
Right. But I think it's important for the country.
I really think there should be term limits.
It's important for the country to
Bernie.
pull back some of this illegal governance in order
Bring back, baby, Bernie.
to avoid the extremes of either party in the future. Using, you can suppress people through communism just as easily as fascism. So the thing is, the system is really, really reeling right now.
Because if you take a look at Trump's playbook, when it comes to communism, Trump is following the exact same playbook that McCarthy tried to use.
Yeah.
And we all see how that ended.
Red Scare, yeah.
It did not end well for McCarthy, and it sure as hell not going to end well for Trump.
It fucked up a lot of people's lives, though.
Do you think they're
and I mean, his best
Hollywood
friends are the Chinese premier and
Charlie Chaplin.
Putin.
Yeah.
Charlie Chaplin, Will Geer.
Right, Will Geer, right. Yeah.
a lot of Hollywood elite writers, authors.
Spencer Tracy.
Yeah.
I
All
believe
you
he did.
had to do was to have attended a meeting, whether that meeting involved anything pertaining to communism or not. And even if you had no idea that was communist, you still were harassed and your career was messed with, your home life was messed with, everyone that you were friends with was questioned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that's our playbook kind of right now.
Mm-hmm.
The whole idea is to break things and break laws, but it's you got to put it back together again when this is over.
Remember
I
I
think-
told you my voter registration's all fucked up and I wasn't registered to vote?
Yeah, you mentioned
Yeah. What'd you do?
I did get a jury summons.
Uh-huh.
that. So you did that part at least.
So yeah, for Kern County too. It's the county I moved to.
You're gonna honor that, or you're gonna try to?
I think I get paid for it anyway, so I'll go. And it's probably right by where I'd need to fix my registration anyway.
Yeah. Do you
Well,
think?
I mean, here in Ohio, the pay is like $14 a day. It basically covers parking.
No, I mean my company pays me.
Oh, okay. You get paid. Your work pays you. Yeah, mine does too.
Will you be where I work? Well, I shouldn't say where I work, but a lot of companies will say they'll try to give you advice on how to get out of it, to the point where if you don't get out of it, it's almost like you're not being loyal to your job. You know, they will. That is a strategy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've seen people openly have discussions like that. We'll tell them,
I love my job so much.
I can see that, Aaron. I can see that.
Yeah,
That's
you really
that's a
come
unique
across as much
situation you got.
happier.
All right. So one of the other things I had on the agenda here was the fact that Ukraine continues to persevere. They were on the cusp of Moscow as recently as last week. They're developing this drone warfare. They're perfecting it to the point that they got the cards now. You know what I mean? They got some fucking cards now. Like like Trump has. We've had
I
to
got
go
all the
down.
cards. You got none of the cards.
Right. You have none of
Where's
the
your
cards.
suit?
You know, in the war against Iran and other military operations, we're calling upon Ukraine to share their drone technology. And I don't know where that's at, but I know that if there is a peace prize to be given, I know he's
It's
at
a
war,
good-
but I think Zelensky.
Yeah, he
So
didn't
let's-
start that war.
Yeah, he's doing everything he can to try to bring a very untenable, terrible situation to.
God, remember when Trump was bullying that guy in his office?
Mm-hmm.
That was terrible. And then you had all those other assholes that were chiming in, Vance, and who was that asshole that was? Nobody knew who he was, but he was like the boyfriend. He was the boyfriend of.
The why weren't you wearing a suit?
Yeah, why aren't you wearing a suit? You start getting all mouthy with Zelensky. I'm like, Zelensky outranks.
Brian Glenn.
Yeah, he outranked everybody in that fucking room except Trump, I guess. And these guys were giving him lip. It's like the other day, Steve Schmidt, who I really like. Steve Schmidt's more conservative. He comes from the Republican Party. He's not a Republican anymore, but I really like listening to him. He called Zelensky the Churchill. He'd be remembered as the Churchill of our time when this is all over. What do you guys think of that?
Sure.
Yeah.
I always like
Absolutely.
Except that there's a lot of stuff coming out that I might like Zelensky better than Churchill.
Well, Churchill was a hawk. I mean, Zelensky, I guess, is a hawk, by necessity. But
well, if you take a look at it realistically, guys, when you use the word patriot, I'd say Zelensky is the absolute epitome of the word patriot.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Because he's there in the trenches with his guys, fighting for his country and his people.
Right. And he didn't want to do this.
Comedian before this job.
Right. He wanted to play the piano with his dick.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted to do. He didn't want to do this. He wanted to be on TV shows and do comedy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In fact,
Zelensky was a comedian before all of this.
As we were saying, he had a skit where he played the piano he pretended to play the piano with his dick.
Yeah, right.
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 And
That's what I was
and he was on a TV show called Mr. President,
Yeah.
where
He played the
was
president
a
in
guy
the
who
comedy
got
last
right.
night.
He played the president
about that.
of Ukraine on a TV show.
So I really think as this thing progresses, I don't want to you don't want to idolize somebody or raise somebody too high, but I think if there is a hero that's coming out of this time, I think Zelensky might be
Absolutely.
a great man that's emerging here. He might be Zelensky.
Absolutely.
Did the Democrats nominate Martin Sheen?
They might.
We go West Wing on him.
I'd be cool with that.
Yeah, but then
I'll vote for Martin Sheen.
Charlie would go and have a dead hooker in his trunk or something, and
they know Charlie before they even.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to turn us off. I don't think anything Charlie does could turn us off. Martin
you're
Sheen.
right. The goalposts have been moved. You're right.
Yeah,
that's true too. The goalposts have been moved.
Yep.
Seriously.
But so we go from one of the great figures of our time to one of the most despicable. And I think I'm going to play a little bit of something here of something that Megyn Kelly said.
I haven't seen this footage yet. I just saw the notes. Yeah.
Okay. Is it sharing?
Not yet.
Maybe you have to hit the share button.
Yes.
And look, this has been going on for over a dozen years. Go home. Get out. We know our country's better than yours. That's because we filled it with our work ethic and our culture and our values. You being here only dilutes it for us, those who built it and live it. And half of you people, more than half of you, won't assimilate. We don't want you. We don't care if you're offended. Get out. Go home. Go back to Haiti. Sorry.
So, let's see.
Pathetic.
Yeah.
What people don't want is people like Megyn Kelly in this country. And I hear that Siberia is real nice and balmy this time of year.
Right.
Remember back when she said that Santa Claus, there's no black Santa Claus. Santa Claus and Jesus are definitely white.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. All right. That's
what a cunt.
Yeah. So, what else needs to be said? She said it all right there, right? I mean, that's like, what in the fuck gives her the permission? Why is she okay to think that she can go ahead and just say that? And then, 5 years from now, she's going to be hosting or she's going to be the moderator at a presidential debate, or she's going to be in news.
I can sum it up for you in 2 words, guys. White privilege.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
When Trump said the same, she tried to moderate.
His look.
What's that now? She got Trump's his favorite look.
The Fox News look.
Mm-hmm. Right. The Roger Ailes.
Yeah, Roger.
the Hitchcock of his time, I guess.
Now, I have a question. Yeah, that was stupid and horrible. But this Omar Artan, how does that come on to political cadence? The Somali referee Omar Artan barred from working the World Cup, but FIFA has to pay his salary.
Yeah, he was barred from working.
They when he landed here, they sent him back. They kicked him out of the country right away.
But why? Why is it on political cadence?
He's not American. It's part of the whole ICE deportation.
Yeah, ICE deportation.
Oh, okay.
So you got a man that disappeared to do his
job.
job.
A referee coming in, one of the greatest referees in the world. It's been his dream all his life, all his career, to do a World Cup. And they say, "Fuck you, go back to Haiti."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and that connects to the Megyn Kelly Haiti thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I missed that in the news.
Well, I thought we had a Kelly thing, so.
I thought we had a really good scoop when Rush had to cancel their concert in Texas because Border Patrol wouldn't allow them to cross the border. They had gone back to Canada for a day or two in their tour, and they wouldn't let Getty and Alex back in. So they had to cancel. The announcement was because of travel complications or border patrol. I don't know what exactly happened, but I'm assuming they went ahead and did their show the next night. But I don't know if that was a matter of some kind of confusion or whatever. But
got to make that show up at some point, probably, or refund the money.
Yeah, but they did manage to keep 2 very dangerous fentanyl dealers out of the country that night. So that was at least one good thing, right?
What fentanyl dealers were those?
Oh, Eddie and Alex.
Oh.
Don't you remember Trump said all the fentanyl's coming from Canada?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, anyway,
Or whoever his country of the moment of annoyance is.
Just might
Wasn't it all coming from Venezuela or China?
Venezuela
At one time,
had a crippling earthquake, so we can't pick on them now.
Right.
No. Oh no. I'm defending them. I think.
And the sad part is with Venezuela, I mean, they don't need to be picked on because after the earthquakes, they're basically just being ignored.
Yeah.
There's been no federal aid coming to them from the United States, and in all honesty, they should not be expecting it because it's never going to come.
Right. I mean, hell, they're not even
worried about. The only time that Trump will ever be worried about Venezuela is when it starts affecting the oil.
Yeah.
Then you'll see him do something, and very damn little of it.
Well, I'm pretty sure the of all the countries we named, I'm pretty sure Canada is probably the least dangerous as far as drug trade. But I could be wrong about that. But I don't think there's any validity to that. So the final item I had here. Speaking of harassment, recently Pete Buttigieg was targeted on a swatting hoax revolving around Child Protection Services, where they came and someone accused him and his husband of I don't know what the allegations were, but they separated their children from Pete and his husband for a night. It appears to have been like he's been targeted for intimidation by the regime, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
Another political incident.
Something interesting happened here today.
Yeah.
I packed up the Jetta with trash to go to the dump, and I put Otto in the car. And as I go around to the driver's side to get in, 2 sheriff cars pull up in front of the house.
Oh shit!
Wow, what happened?
And they say, "What's your name?" I said, "Aaron." And they said, "Your last name?" I said, "Leckinger." And they said, "Does Luca live here?" I said, "Yes."
Fake child protective
services
report leading to a
and they said, "Well, we got a wellness check call from a woman named Helene. Helene is a friend or sort of former friend of Luca's. That she's MAGA, and she just she phased her out. She's blocked her from her phone, stopped responding to anything coming from her." And the sheriff said, "Well, she can keep doing this. She can do this again. We don't respond back with what the result of the wellness check was. It's just that we did it." But that was weird. I feel like we've been kind of doxxed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're the playbook. They all know the playbook. It sounds like this.
You
is
don't think
another
they're gonna find out that we smacked the cat, do they? Do you?
I don't know. If they ever listen to our podcast, they'll probably accuse us of all kinds of things. But that's interesting, Aaron. I mean, I do feel like there is a playbook that they actually do have a way. We're going to go after you, whether it's we're going to have you audited by the IRS. We're going to have you investigated for child abuse. We're going to do that. We're going to make life miserable for you until you've been
your voter registration.
Yeah, right. All right, we got 10 minutes left for the fuck ups. You guys want to do it?
Let's do it.
I'm going to fill my coffee, but I'll be right back.
Okay, we'll catch you up.
I can hear you.
So we got, I know you're familiar with Senator Cassidy, Will. Remember earlier this week, he came out guns blazing against Trump, talking about how he stood up to the president and questioned him on Iran. Had a big shouting match. It was very controversial. Not 12 hours later, he comes back and amends it. They voted
Mhm.
against the War Powers Act and actually made it fail. Him and Rand Paul. So they took him in the back room apparently and beat him up and convinced them to come out. Probably coerced and threatened them to the point where they amended their vote and Trump got what he wanted again.
But how? Isn't
Yep.
Cassidy already? Didn't he already lose?
He did already lose. I don't know how.
Well-
Why do they think they have a future? Why would anybody say, "I'm going to sell my future for this son of a bitch"?
Yeah. What's in
He's
it for
not going to be
Cassidy?
there in 3 months. You know, he's not going to have any power after November, probably. That's the mystery. What the fuck is going
And that
on?
was the reason why he had the big argument.
But that's turned
I
into
think they have
Nice
pictures
thumbs. There's nice thumbs on your grandson. Be a shame if they got broken.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Senator,
While he was fingering his boyfriend.
so Senator Cassidy's cowardice versus Ivanka Trump discovering an Albanian island she's going to turn into the next Epstein Island, apparently.
Oh,
They do not want her there.
Resort, hon.
Okay. What do you
And
say?
they
Well,
do
considering
not-
that the Albanian people have been basically damn near rioting over this,
Yeah.
and there's been politicians and other people that were involved in that were actually arrested by Albanian authorities.
Cool.
So you're going to go with the Albanian story? Or
Yep.
the Ivanka
I'm
Trump
going with the
story?
Albanian story.
All right,
Yeah.
Aaron,
I'm going with Cassidy. What
Okay.
the fuck, man?
1-1. What about you? What say you, Lise?
I have one important question. Is he related to Sean Cassidy?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No,
Jack, maybe.
Yeah, well,
Well, no, he wouldn't
Jack
be because
is
Jack's
Sean's
father.
dad.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
they're like, isn't he from Mississippi?
Don't know.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That being beside the point, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess him giving up, sorry. I guess him making such a reversal so publicly. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go with Cassidy too.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Cassidy. So
Because he
that's-
doesn't want to do a tiebreaker.
Yeah, not at all. All right. So the second one is the Reds MAGA coated hat, cowboy hat versus Megyn Kelly's racist anti-Haitian rant.
Megyn Kelly.
Yeah, Megyn Kelly. The Reds have always been
MAGA
Kinda.
coated.
Conservative.
agitated. Yeah.
well, we know where the Castellini stand, so yeah, I got to go with Megyn Kelly also.
I'm going to make it a sweep because that was just jaw dropping that she would feel comfortable going ahead and with that particular rant.
It should be of no
We don't want
surprise
you to go,
to anybody,
Moon.
really.
Yeah, probably not. Well, how about the whole reflection pool fiasco, including Trump claiming that somebody got in there with a Bowie knife and slid a 350-foot, where there's no video of it at
No.
all.
A
Have
knife
you
or
seen-
something.
Yeah.
Have you seen the video from before this when Trump was saying that it's cut proof? Can't even cut this. You can't even cut the material with a knife that they're
Right.
using on the reflecting.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, he was wrong.
I don't know that they did cut it with a knife. I
I
still
don't think so.
have my
I don't.
doubts.
No,
but-
no, it was the hydrogen peroxide because you use enough of it, it becomes paint thinner.
Okay, well, I have that versus George Conway and others of his establishment ilk losing to more progressive Democrats in recent congressional. So George Conway losing versus
Yeah,
reflection pool.
That's the way it should be. The progressives should be
Okay, Aaron.
making it all.
So you're going with the
Absolutely.
reflection pool.
Yeah, I'll go reflecting pool.
Because it's hilarious.
Deflecting pool.
Reflecting pool, not the reflection pool, right? So
Yeah,
is that
I
you,
got to go with the reflecting pool also.
please?
Yep.
Okay.
You guys saw that meme with Epstein's face made out of algae and it said deflection pool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's hilarious. That's right. We went to Jungle Gyms and we saw our own reflecting pool the other day. That's why I sent on the chat. But here we go. All right. Trump equating economic success with the stock market instead of affordability, which is really what most people are concerned about,
Yeah.
versus Bill Mayer saying he'd vote for Vance or Rubio in the 2028 election. Truth be told, full disclosure, I had nothing for the last fuck up, but I just Googled Bill Maher because I knew he had one. So
Yeah.
That's it.
And we have stopped watching the
I
Bill Maher
don't
show.
find him to be relevant anymore. Yeah.
He's not relevant.
What was the other one?
The economic success.
Based on stock market
Yeah.
instead of affordability.
Nobody's living paycheck to paycheck worrying about the market.
Right.
No.
They're worrying about the grocery market, but
Mhm.
not the stock market.
So you're
Exactly.
saying, the
Yep.
stock market, not.
And the
Bill Maher.
thing is, earlier today, guys, I saw a video of Bill Maher sitting down with JD Vance, and he was saying how when the Trump administration wins, it's fine. When they lose, it's rigged. And he turned around and he said point blank, you really need to stop that shit. So for Bill Maher to sit up and say that he would vote for Vance or Rubio,
Bullshit.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
No.
All right,
Yeah.
so we got Aaron that's going with the affordability
Stock
or
market.
Stock market. Will, you're going with the stock market too?
No, I'm going with the Bill Maher thing because
Stock
again,
market.
how is it that you're going to sit up and tell Vance that he really needs to stop telling people or telling the American people that the elections are rigged, and then he turns around and says, "Oh, I'm going to vote for you."
Right. Vance has
Excuse
said enough
me?
shit, or he should be in living hell the rest of his life. Just some of the shit. he's coming up
Absolutely.
with. To vote for him, that's ludicrous. Even for a Republican, to say that they're going to throw their vote behind him is insane. All right, here we go. The final, final four: Senator Cassidy versus Megyn Kelly. Bigger fuck up.
Cassidy.
I got
Kelly.
it.
War Powers Act.
Well, I'm gonna tie it up. I'm gonna go with Kelly. So we're gonna have to do a rock paper scissors.
Okay.
Rochambeau. Paper. Rock smashes scissors.
All right, so it's Megyn Kelly.
Oh, Megyn Kelly.
I agree that it might have more practical impact. Cassidy,
Yes, the War Powers Act.
The media going to shit is just big.
Megyn Kelly doesn't affect the War Powers Act. She's
still in the media. She on a network.
Not really. You're good point.
No, and that right there for me.
Reflecting pool versus the stock market, Lisa.
The stock market, that's been his measure of the economy since probably he was born.
Okay.
So
That's
I'm
the
going to
measure of
have
the
to go
whole
with the
paper,
reflecting
probably.
pool because it's hilarious.
Reflecting pool. All right, Aaron.
They're both pretty stupid miscalculations, but hopefully the reflecting pool is the lesser of the two evils. So I'm going to vote for the
stock market.
Yeah, market versus what you call it.
Okay. What about you?
I got to go with the reflecting pool because the whole damn thing. There has been no physical evidence, no video evidence. It's just his word and him basically flexing his muscle, but we all know which muscle he's flexing. But
right, I'm going with the reflecting pool too. So here we go. Here's our final: Megyn Kelly versus the reflecting pool.
Megyn Kelly.
Megyn Kelly.
Reflecting pool.
Reflecting pool. I'm gonna go Megyn Kelly because
I don't think she's as big an impact at all.
The permission structure that she feels like it's okay to say something like that. That's a fucking problem. Nobody should feel like
it really is.
She's still. Black Santa Claus thing. She never got smacked down for that at all. So,
but we can't get to the point where we say, "Well, that's just Megyn Kelly being Megyn Kelly."
That's what it is.
And that's right up there with them saying that Helen. Who was it who said that about Helen of Troy not being black?
I don't
know. But we're at the end. We got a minute to go here, so
she's fictional idiot.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and play our exit. It's been another fantastic. We'll see you guys.
Actually, before you do, I'd like to take a moment and extend my condolences to the family of Tony Brown, a very well-respected Black journalist who we lost earlier today.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace.
Good call. Rest in peace, Tony Brown.
Yep.
Yeah, I see an